Let's talk to Jimenez.
Where's that? Here?
Yes.
What's up, Eric?
Let's talk.
Hey.
Yo.
What's going on, dude? Chris, tell us on this video.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys watch any of those WWE documentaries on Netflix.
All of them.
I watched 25 Greatest Superstars and the 9-hour Rock documentary.
Ooh.
The
I only watched that 2-hour one that they had on The Rock. It was basically like a biography on him.
I think they just put that one up.
Oh, really? Because
like a couple weeks ago.
they had a 3-part thing on him, and each part was like 3 hours long.
It was all matches and everything.
Oh, wait, no. It was 3 parts, and they were 2 hours long, so it was a 6-hour documentary.
Yeah. They just put one up about him, and they put one up again about Stone Cold, which was actually...
Yeah, I watched that one
good.
too.
That one was pretty decent. I watched all the King of the Ring documentary one, too. It's not really a documentary, it's just King of the Ring matches, but I love King of the Ring, so...
I also saw the Chris Jericho one. That was not as good, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah, Chris Jericho is not superstar status, in my opinion, like The Rock and Stone Cold.
Right. I also saw the Hardy Boys one, and it was weird how they paced it. Like, they had a Matt Hardy story and then a Jeff Hardy story.
Yeah.
Like, it was split into an hour and a half, and each of them was 45 minutes. Some of it was, like, just repeated over and over again, so it was just like, oh, I already saw this.
It's weird. It is weird.
No,
But the Stone Cold one's really good. If you haven't watched the King of the Ring one, it's not really a documentary, it's just King of the Ring matches. But,
Yeah.
Again, that's like my favorite pay-per-view that they really don't do anymore and should.
What about In Your House with all the specialty matches?
I think King of the Ring gives you so much to boost guys that are mid-card to make them main event. Like, you have... Because King of the Ring isn't a title, so you don't have to put a title on anyone. And it's a legitimate thing, even if they cheat to get over, then they're heels, the bad guys, whatever. But it shows that they can win something, so they're dominant somewhat.
Eric's a traditionalist. I like the spectacle.
Sorry.
That's the difference.
I enjoy the
I
sport.
prefer the spectacle. I don't know.
I enjoy the sport.
Yeah, I started getting into it because I saw that video of you guys watching that Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle match.
That's on the King of the Ring documentary.
Yeah, so like I just watched like this past weekend just a bunch of Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta find any of the Rock versus Mankind matches from like the late 90s. Those are awesome.
They're really good.
The one thing that annoyed me about all those documentaries is that they completely glossed over the invasion, which was my favorite story as a kid.
Oh, yeah, as a kid, but do you know why they glossed over it? Because it was so fucking bad
the
and
invasion?
so mishandled. Vince McMahon bought WCW.
I stopped watching by that point.
Exactly. And so when that happened, the possibilities are endless. To have WCW versus WWF, they blew it all in like 2 pay-per-views.
It was like I feel like it was like 6 months worth.
It was. It worked its way from WrestleMania to was it just after?
No.
WrestleMania?
WrestleMania was when Stone Cold and The Rock fought, and then Stone Cold heel turned to Vince McMahon. But then later, a couple months later, when Shane bought WCW, that's when Stone Cold heel turned to WCW.
Didn't that end at Survivor Series or SummerSlam? It was bad.
It was Survivor Series, and it was that 10-man tag match for 5 guys on each team.
Yeah, stupid. It was stupid. It was fucking bad. Whatever. If you want to watch old wrestling and everything, where I go is on, I don't know, people hate Reddit. That's fine. You go to r/squared circle. I frequent that. They post match of the day and recaps and all sorts of stuff. I love that place. Check it out. Some guy just posted old, like, WWF from, like, the 90s, from, like, when Raw started until, like, 2000. And just, like, old shows. Like, Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart versus D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry shit. It was awesome.
X-Pac.
X-Pac was, like, my favorite wrestler as a kid. I don't know why.
Because he was a high flyer with a bad attitude and a flowing lion's mane of hair.
He's so bland, but he's such a safe worker that I feel like you can put him in the ring against anyone, and they'll look good.
I think Jeff Hardy was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. See, you do like the spectacle.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's addicted to crystal meth now.
Oh, that's good.
Good for him.
But he could still moonsault like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Still flies higher than anyone.
You look
I think that TLC match from WrestleMania 17 is my favorite match ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good match. Those matches were really good. Back the Dudleys and the Hardys and Edge and Christian, awesome.
and too cool
Too
turned
cool.
into too much.
Yep. No, the other way.
Too hot.
Too much turned into too cool.
Too cool turned into too hot.
No.
I don't fucking remember.
Too much was Too Hot Scott Taylor.
Scotty Too Hottie.
And Too Sexy Brian Christopher, which is Grandmaster Sexay.
Okay.
And so they became Too Cool with Rikishi, and then
Right.
and then they split up.
Excellent.
And so that's your history lesson about Too Cool.
I can't believe that there was actually a gimmick where there were just there was a tag team and their gimmick was we're gay.
That was too much.
Their gimmick was we're gay and we live in 90s America where everybody hates gay people, so we're just going to be super heels. But then I think they realized how bad that idea was and how offensive it really was, so they tried to pretend that was never their gimmick.
So what happened is
was this pre or post Will and Grace?
Pre.
No.
This was pre Will and Grace, and then Will and Grace came out, and then they turned into Too Cool.
So they were too much, and people hated him, but it wasn't like real. Like I feel like it wasn't heel heat. It was like go away, we don't care about you heat. So then Attitude Era and hey, let's have the gay guys. They're just gonna pretend to be like black now. Too much went to Too Cool. They were the best.
Because white guys acting black is always coming.
Do you remember when they were too much? They would win a match, and then they would go in for a high five, and then stop, shrug, and then hug each other. What?
Yeah.
Who does that?
They'd always wear like pink. They would have tights that were kind of like white and pink, and yeah, I remember. Too much. I love that name, Too Hot Scott Taylor. That's good. That's really good. Well, that was. You look real relaxed. You doing all right?
Doing all right.
You hanging in there?
Yeah. Laying on the couch.
Krista, do you think Eric Jimenez is nice?
I think you're very nice.
Whoa.
Thanks.
Krista thinks you're nice. You're blushing.
That's because he knows what the secret code is.
I don't.
Yeah, you just go around saying that willy-nilly. You're going to have like 20 husbands by the end of the night.
Is that what that means?
Woody's going to have to beat up a lot of people.
I know.
He's going to rack up a lot of airfare miles. No. I'm glad you called in because I got to talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
All right, Eric.
Got all nostalgic.
It was nice. It was very nice. Bye, Eric. Do you want to
He
fade?
thinks
You want to
Eric
fade off
thinks
into
you're
darkness?
nice,
Oh wait, are you on a laptop?
Yeah.
Can you just close the monitor?
All right.
Dude, that was awesome.
That's how I want all laptops to hang up from now on.